Hello, we're back again for another video today. Oh, excuse me, I gotta stretch. I've been sitting down here, all these videos. Oh, I might just chill like this. But yeah, right now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the hidden messages in one of my favorite songs right now. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I love music. Um, so much. And I'm not not joking. Like I have probably maybe, sheesh, 1,300 songs like in my overall music catalog. Um, I don't know how I have so many song lyrics that are in my head. I'm telling you, if I get older and wind up losing my memory, that'll probably be the last thing that you guys can get out of me is some song lyrics. Like put on the song, and if I forget song lyrics, if I forget lyrics, then damn, I'm in trouble, bro. Cause I don't know how I'll be remembering so many songs and so much music, considering like all the of the music that I know. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about the hidden message in one of my favorite songs right now, which is "Who Knew" by Chloe and Halle. Um, when I heard this song the first time, I was thinking about this person that I was just like, at first, well, I should maybe I shouldn't. I'll say hidden messages, but it's also like a double message. The first, message is the one that's obvious and it's face value. It's about a relationship with someone who you didn't expect to, have to develop feelings for, and it's like who knew that I would feel this way about you, and or they talk about like, when they would say certain things and you wouldn't really pay attention, like, because you thought that they weren't your type, and all of a sudden you start falling for them, and you're like, oh my god, like, ooh, I never expected this. Who knew? So it's that type of energy. But I'm gonna be talking about the more spiritual meaning of the song, and I personally believe that a lot of singers and celebrities, I don't care how you feel about it, because it's the whole Illuminati thing, which I don't really like. I think that certain organizations exist, um, but the way that people talk about the Illuminati, and they just want to pretty much say that every successful person is in the Illuminati, to me is like a weak ass mindset. Like you feel like the only way that you're gonna be successful is if you're in the Illuminati, which is so bitch ass. But um, that was real petty. I didn't expect to say that on this video, but I feel like a lot of singers and celebrities and rappers, or people with a influx of money, are more spiritually aware than they talk about. And I think the reason for that is because of their influence, they really are at risk if they begin to um, um, blatantly discuss certain subjects in regards to spirituality. We've seen it. We've seen celebrities who maybe talk a little bit too much, and the next thing you know, these they're dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or they try to put out messages of love, that put certain entities that reside on this earth at risk of no longer having a source. What in the hell? Fucking plane. It's just random. Random. But they put certain entities at risk of no longer having a source to feed off of. And maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. It's too late now. But like my little channel, I could say certain things on here, and it won't matter because I don't have an influence. As it progresses and my channel becomes, it connects with more people, then yeah, I'll probably be at risk. You know, if we're talking about certain things. So celebrities can't really always just blatantly say stuff, It's very dangerous. Um 1111, hello. So I'm gonna go through the lyrics. Not gonna do the chorus because the chorus is just who knew, who knew. And I'm not gonna play the song because I'm not about to get my shit flagged. It's not that serious. So the first the first verse says, scoot up, make sure you guys can hear me. It says, "Never thought you'd be somebody that I would be staying with on a Saturday night. To be honest, I don't think you're my type. Yet here we are together, two different kinds." And with that, and remember, this is just my interpretation. I could be looking too deep into it. I don't think that I am, and I don't care if you think that I am. If you think that I am, then you can get off my channel. No, okay, I'm just kidding. You can stay here. I don't care. You can whatever. You can judge me, just don't judge the people who support me. It says, "Never thought you'd be somebody that I would be staying with on a Saturday night." So what does that mean to me? To me, that means breaking out of the illusion, right? So what do you normally do on a Saturday night? You go out and maybe go to a party, you get drunk, or whatever it is that you do. You go and you celebrate on the weekend. It's the weekend. You go have fun, and it's a lot of third dimensional shit that goes on with that. You start communing with people and you interact with certain energies that you in the crowds, you in the mix and everything like that. So what do they mean by never thought that you would be somebody that I would be staying with on a Saturday night? That to me is in reference to our higher selves. When you begin to connect with yourself, you start saying, I don't really want to go out, and you connect with yourself. So on these things where you would normally go out on the weekend, now you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just stay in the crib, but that's not who you thought that you would ever be, especially if you like to go out to the club and everything like that. That's like, oh, shh. And then the next line says, "To be honest, I don't think you're my type, yet here we are together, two different kinds." That to me is representing that sort of first step into awakening your consciousness where you're like, I don't know if I really fit into this world, but I'm kind of already in it, so I don't, I didn't think that this was my thing, you know what I'm saying? But here I am, I'm in the mix already, so, you know. And then I'm gonna do this, and then it says, "You would say things I wouldn't listen, but I listen now." Right. So when you're like sitting at home and you're in your quiet and you're zenning out and you're zoned out with yourself and there's no distractions, you're not at the club and there's no like loud music and you're not with all your friends and everybody ain't trying to talk to you. You can hear your intuition and you can connect with your higher self and you can hear these messages that you need to receive to continue to raise your consciousness. And it says, "You would call me, started falling because it's different now." And that is, to me, like when you kind of have a vision, depending, it's just, or you're not aware that you're having vision, but it's almost like this, this calling. You know how when if you haven't, or if you have, that first awakening experience that you have where you feel like something is trying to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? And you always would just ignore it, and you would keep going about your day-to-day life and you keep doing the things that you would normally do, and then you start to kind of feel depressed because you know that this ain't what you really should be doing, but you don't know what it is that you should be doing. That is what that line to me represents. um and when they say, because it goes from "you would call me, started falling because it's different now," that means that now you're calling me and I'm falling into this. Something right now is different than it was before. Like shit is not the same. Like it's the same calling. It's the same. Like you maybe you see the spirit animal that you saw before, but this shit is different. Like I'm feeling myself getting further and further into this and wanting it more. Um, and then the next line says, "You would say things I will listen now. I will listen now." So that's pretty much it. I feel like that's self-explanatory at this point. Like now, when I receive these messages, when my intuition speaks, and when the spirit guides call me, when the universe is trying to get my attention, I'm gonna listen now. I listen now. I hear you because I stopped going out every weekend, and now I'm here with myself. I'm here with my higher self. I'm here with, and I'm wanting to awaken my consciousness, and I'm wanting to fall deeper into this. I'm listening now. You got me. You got my attention. I'm all in. Um, and the next line, which is sort of like a pre-chorus, it says, "And we started something by mistake. Who would have thought that I could feel this way?" Right? Anybody who's on a spiritual journey, that shit is never on purpose, as far as I've seen. It's always some accidental shit. Like you have either a traumatic experience or there's a huge change in your life that pushes you into your spiritual journey. So that's what I get from that line. We started something by mistake. Who would have thought that I could feel this way? And then it says this way about you. So for this whole song, I'm feeling like they're singing to their higher self. Okay, like singing to their higher self. Um, and I never knew that I could feel such an immense connection to myself, pretty much, as yourself. And then our next verse here says, "I admit I don't see how we could be, but I get light when you're talking to me." Come on, bro. Like that's so transparent, and it's funny that I feel like people will really kind of miss that. But it says, "I get light when you're talking to me." Literally, literally. It's this the first line of "I admit I don't see how we could be" is that confusion. Like I don't understand how this is happening or how this is possible, you know. But I get light when you're talking to me. Whew. It says, "In your eyes get caught up accidentally. Though we're two different drums, we're moving in sync." Bro, oh my god. So it's talking about I'm caught in your vision, right? We're two different drums, right? So it's music, it's sound, it's what is sound? Sound is a vibration. Sound is a frequency. We're right now we're two different frequencies. We're two different frequencies, but we're moving together right now. You know, we're trying to flow together. Da-da-da, And then the next line is, "I go because my heart knows way before my mind is in tune." So this is um, saying my gut and my instinct is telling me where to go. And in my mind, it doesn't really make sense, which happens to a lot of us on our spiritual journey. That we start doing shit that we like. This doesn't make sense, but I'm trusting myself and I'm trusting my heart, and I'm going. And yeah, that's all the lyrics. The rest of it is like the chorus being repeated. I go where my heart goes, way before my mind's in tune. And oh, the next line. Oh, I forgot that one. It says, "And I go where my heart goes. Didn't know that it lead to you." So that's pretty self-explanatory, yeah. But yeah, so that is my interpretation of the Chloe and Halle song "Who Knew," which is so fire and ethereal and beautiful and magical. I love that song so much. Um, but yeah, to me, that song represents that spiritual awakening when you start to connect with your higher self and you're like, I never expected this, but I'm getting a lot of light and a lot of love and a lot of positive energy from these experiences that I'm having when I stop going out all the time and I start staying home on a Saturday night and I just chill with my higher self and I chill with my angels and I chill with God. You know what I'm saying? Um, and but while at the same time knowing that you're not really just perfectly in tune yet all the way, but you know that there's this other part of you that you are now in sync with. And the lyrics literally say that, we're in sync now. That's those angel numbers, those synchronicities, those events that you can't really explain. So yeah, I love that song. You guys should go check it out. I don't know, like I just don't want my video to get flagged, and I really do want to play it though. You know what? I'm gonna play it. Let me put my glasses on so I can put this song on real quick because I feel like that's so important for you guys to like really understand um, just how dope this song is. Hopefully I'm on the right channel. Okay. Hopefully this comes through nice and clear.
Never thought you'd be somebody that I would be staying with on a Saturday night. To be honest, I don't think you're the type. Yet here we are together, two different kinds. You would say things, wouldn't listen, but I listen now. You would call me, started falling, cause it's different now. You would say things, I would listen now. You would call me, started falling, cause it's different. And we started something by mistake. Who would have thought that I would feel this way about you? Da, 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 da. This way about you. Tell me who would have thought of that? I admit it, don't say how it could be, but I get light when you're talking to me. In your eyes, get caught up accidentally. Going two different trumps, moving in
Sync
sync.
and sync. Hell.
You would say things, wouldn't listen, but I listen now. You would call me, started falling, cause it's different now. You would say things, I would listen now. You would call me, started falling, cause it's different. And we started something by mistake. Who would have thought that I would feel this way about you? Da, 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 da. This way about you. Tell me who would have thought of that? I know 'cause my heart knows. Way before my mind's in tune. And I go where my heart goes. Didn't know it lead to you. I know 'cause my heart knows. Way before my mind's in tune. And I go where my heart goes.
She go low. She say. See? But yeah. So, yeah, I'm going on that note, I will go ahead and end this video. Y'all check out that song because I love it. And yeah, if you want me to do more stuff, like more hidden messages and songs, I will do that because it's actually really, really fun. If you're like me and you're one of those people who thinks like, why is every song about love? I used to think like, why is every song about love? But then it's like every song isn't necessarily about love. It's just we're interpreting it. Um, well, yeah, that's a type of love. Love with your higher self and love with for yourself and your consciousness and God and the universe, that is love. You know, we just kind of dwindle it down or minimalize it to love about a relationship with somebody else, and it's not always the case. And we be missing a lot of stuff. I ain't trying to talk shit about nobody's your religions or nothing. But the real gospel, that's like some real gospel shit right there, for real, for real. So yeah, I'm gonna end it on that note. You guys have a super awesome day. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know what type of person this might attract because it is a little bit more mainstream, I guess. But yeah, you guys have a cool day. I love you as always, and peace and blessings. Bye.